So check this out. It's maybe 6 in the morning. And check out, check this out. I was staying in bed and I was thinking of something that I felt 2 nights ago. It was evening, 2 nights ago. The sun already set. It was almost dark outside, and I was staying here exactly in this place. And I was staying in this place, and I started to, my mind was empty. And in this emptiness, I started to feel that there is something in the air. I started to feel there is something in the air. A certain feeling was so proeminent everywhere in the air that I couldn't tell what is it. It felt like a intense pressure in the air. And then I started to think, it's like, oh wow, the pressure in the air, you could cut it with a knife. So it was so preeminent, so powerful, the pressure in the air. It was an energetic pressure. And I started to think, wow, could this, what does this mean? Is this, what is this pressure about? I started to pulp it. I started to tap into it to see what it feels like. What is it about? Because the first thing I thought with my mind, I thought oh, maybe this is the pressure. Maybe this is the thing. Maybe, I don't know, something starts to happen with this reality and everything, I don't know, something exploding, something happening, something. So I started to tap into the pressure itself. I started to tap into that feeling and try to pulp it, try to sense it. And when I tap into it, it felt like, no, it doesn't feel like something exploding. It doesn't feel like a cataclysm or anything. It didn't feel like something scary at all. It was a pressure. It was an intense pressure. But it didn't feel like a cataclysm, or it didn't feel like something dangerous at all. So I felt surprised by that, because my mind, I don't know, for some reason my mind thought that, I don't know, it has to be something, I don't know, cataclysmic or dangerous, or not dangerous, but something something of this nature, impactful, but of this nature, like shattering reality in a way or another. Oh, and by the way, the pressure, I could feel it. It's like the atoms in the air would be like this, everything was, and it felt everywhere. It felt like a pressure, but it was not physical pressure. It felt like something was so pushing on this energy body or something, but it was the most intense pressure that I ever felt. And to a degree it still feels even now. So when I started to tap into it, it started to actually reveal itself in a way. I started to see, and what I saw was left me, wow. I couldn't, I really remained with a bit of wow, amazement. I never thought about it before. And the way it felt is it was the pressure similar to a lover that cannot wait anymore. It's it felt like love cannot wait anymore. It's like something was here, and it's on the last, let's say, time span, let's say, of being able to wait. Something like truth or love or the lover felt, oh my god, and these words feel so small, like they feel so small. It's none of them, and it's more than that. It's more, but not in a quantity more. It's more true than this. It's more true than love. It's more true than truth. It's something so simple. It's so simple that it can't be named. And this thing, it feels like the waiting time is beginning to end. Like this thing cannot wait anymore. And the pressure of, it's like a lover that has arrived. It's something that is here, and it's here, and it was. And oh, okay. So another, like a metaphor that I could use is that, you know, when you're making love to somebody, and you're approaching that moment of climax, and you're, let's say, very very close to that moment of climax before an orgasm, and in that few seconds before the orgasm, you know that, okay, like this is it, like this is it, it's coming, you know, the orgasm in that way, it's coming, and it's on the verge of it. And this is how it felt. This is actually how it felt. It's like reality has approached, it's slowly approaching a climax, but it didn't felt to be like my mind was thinking like, yeah, but when that would happen, when that climax would happen, is like everything here might go like extinct. I don't know, like I was just imagining this most not terrible, but these, let's say, sort of destructive scenarios. But what it actually feels like is like an orgasm, like a true orgasm, like really finally, woof, like everything revealed. But in an orgasm, like the orgasm of it cannot even be expressed. So I was staying in bed right now, remembering this thing and thinking about if I should make a recording about it or not. So I was staying in bed, and guess what happened right now? Oh my God. Guess what happened? I was staying in bed. I was going through the exact feelings that I had. And when I got to the feeling of, oh yes, man, it's like a freaking orgasm. It's like exactly that moment of climax before an orgasm. And I was then seeing this thing with the orgasm, like penetrating everything really. And in that moment when I was just now staying in bed and recounting everything, and I got to this feeling of the orgasm itself in the reality, like guess what happened? An earthquake. Like this house started to tremble. Like I don't know if I ever experienced an earthquake here in this house, but the house started to tremble, and I didn't know, oh my God, what the heck happens? So it was an earthquake. As I was exactly in that moment of seeing this orgasm in the entire reality. So I thought, yeah, maybe I should record it. Who knows if it has any validity, but yeah, this was the, it felt, and it still feels like an intense pressure trembling in the air. But this feels like love. This feels like true love. And true love is something like, it's nothing that our human minds can imagine or comprehend.